So check it out. Once in a while, just like on the real railroads, you have to go through your rolling stock and do some repairs. And when I took out my Marx, I made it an E8. I took out the side square windows and also the side number boards, and to make it look more like its prototype. But the side stripe had bubbled up, and I was able to pull that whole stripe all the way off to the door. Same with on the other side. So I printed out new ones, and I cover sprayed them with about 4 coats of Krylon. And one thing I made sure that I did this time, and maybe I skipped that step when I originally did it, I don't know, was I brushed on some micro set and then applied the decal. And when I let that dry, because I didn't want to try clear coating, because there's the plastic in the windows and also the headlights, and a lot of times when you start putting tape on them, you make a bigger problem than what you had. So I brushed on a couple of coats of micro gloss and let that dry, and that worked out really good. So we got the locomotive looking good. So then I had to look at the cars. The lights were blinking, and these cars have the wiper pickups. And one of the problems with wiper pickup is after a while it gets a groove worn in it. Well, you can fix that too. One of the things that you can do is to just take I don't know if it's showing up in the camera, and it is. You can just take some beads of solder and fill in the groove, and then I just take my Dremel and I sand them off so they're nice and smooth. And another little trick that you can do is just take your fine blade screwdriver and put a bead of rail zip on it, and then just touch it to the rivets to hold the trucks on, and that'll give it better conductivity, and usually that'll take away all the blinking problems. And also it works good if you have a problem with the sound of power tender. I always put that on the rivets too. So we'll put it back on, and we'll see how we're doing, see if the lights quit blinking. So here we go. We'll take it for a spin. Front headlights are 19-volt LEDs from Evan Design. I also had to do some work on the power pull motor. For some reason, all the nuts that were holding the brush plate on were loose, as well as the little screw at the bottom, and it just came around earlier and just stalled. So when I took the motor apart, I tightened everything down, and so now it's running really smooth. That seems to have straightened out the cars really nicely. There's hardly any blinking at all to them. So we'll follow them around with the camera a little bit. You see the Amtrak drum head there. A nice heads-on view of it. And then we'll put the camera back down and try not to cause too much. There we go. And we'll bring it in. Alright, a nice smooth running power pull motor in it. And as I said before, if you have a problem with some grooved wiper pickups, you can just put a bead of solder on them. If they're so bad that you can't, that you need to replace them, you can always contact Jim Fleener, who sells for Robert Grossman. He'll get you fixed right up. But thanks again for watching. God bless. Never forget, Jesus is Lord.